our regular field reporter is back. This So Steve comes to us from our boy, Frank Williams. How you doing, boy? Ain't talked to you in a minute. Hey, this is a quick one. Remember that song by this group called Aha, Take On Me? Take on me. Well, I remix it, and it'll probably go well with the music in the background. Instead of singing Take On Me, the chorus would be Take, oh, Steve, take, oh, Steve.
Spears and Steinberg. You know what the it is? Aries and Andy, Jew and the Jerk. You know it's time to get this work. The real raw, gutter, uncut, cold. No political corrections. Always sleep. Being awoke. We discuss politics and jokes. Scribe, we lit. There's levels to this before you was on your mama. Aries Spears don't give a fuck. We talk about race a lot, racism. Much love to my loyal bag holders, rollers, loaders. We got them in the folders. The whole world on our shoulders. Spears and Steinberg. Yeah.
There was this email that I got in regards to our boy over there, Jew Ankles.
Marc the Magnificent.
Marc the Magnificent. Sounds like a WWF name. Oh, you know I'm taking on next week. Marc the Magnificent. First thing I'm gonna body slam is that Jew nose, that beak.
He's gonna snap into a Slim Jew.
I'm gonna snap you into a Slim Jew. I wanted to save this because I wanted to read it for when Marc was back. Come on, where are you? Hold on.
Uh-oh, here it comes. It's an older Hannibal Buress.
Oh, that's funny.
Hannibal doesn't wear his glasses anymore.
Oh, come on. Where the are you?
Big shout out to Hannibal Buress, who bought the knitting factory in Brooklyn and redid it as a venue. He had Dave Chappelle out there this last weekend on Saturday night. It's going to be really cool. I think it's going to be really cool. I haven't been there yet, but I'm excited to go check it out.
Thing,
so big shout out, Hannibal. That's an incredible thing you did.
Hold on. Jesus Christ.
Had a Dave Chappelle one night only in a little teeny. It's not teeny, but it's a small venue.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You know, you can save it back to unread.
No, but God damn it. I know it's here. I'm just, my mind is playing tricks on me right now.
It's that age, man.
Nah,
You're getting old.
Dude, I'm telling you, I purposely was looking at it before I even came over here.
Okay, so I'll tell you a story while Aries is looking at it. So last night after we got done with our shows, we wanted to grab something to eat, and I usually don't eat late. And then we found out the only thing that was by us that was still open was Cane's. So I've had Cane's twice in the last week, and haven't had it for like 2 years, and I've had it in the last week. It was so good, and Aries just didn't believe us that it's like big pieces, like they're fingers, and he doubled up his order though.
But after we ordered, we get to the window, about to pay.
I only ate like 5 of them.
I knew you weren't going to be able to eat them all. It's a lot. They're big pieces.
Yeah, I found it.
Did you like Cane's?
It's cool. It didn't blow me away, but it was cool.
What about that
car? You took a bite and you're like, oh yeah.
Nigga, that was a different Aries.
that toast? You didn't like that toast?
Diddy Aries.
Toast was okay.
I love Cane's. Did you try the Cane's sauce?
Yeah.
You didn't like that sauce?
It's all right. Chevalo Hancock, is Marc a secret homo? That title got me.
Thought it wouldn't be a secret.
Yo, what's up, Spears, Chucker, and Money Grubbin Burrito, snacking wetback kike. I was listening to the latest episode, and it dawned on me that Marc sounds a little like a closeted homo. My bad. I know I shouldn't use that word. Let's see. How can I put it? A closeted fag. He has a very cross-dresser, tranny-ish voice. And I know y'all immature assholes are going to ask how I know so much about cross-dresser tranny voices. Dumb. How else? From TV. I've never heard a cross-dresser or tranny speak in person. I mean, how the fuck are they going to talk with my down their throats? LMAO. Seriously, though, about Marc. I'm really asking, LOL. On another note, I thought it was crazy that Aries asked Andy how he felt about saying the niggification of America, and Andy says, I didn't like it, then immediately said, I followed her. LMAO. This Jew, but who's surprised? I mean, he did outright say in an earlier episode that he was racist. Yeah, I remember that. But maybe it isn't his fault. I mean, we all know his mother slangs the word around like a Mexican whore slangs coochie around on the streets of the. Anyway, I've been listening to y'all for years and have heard every episode, which is partly why I hate both of you. Just a little bit, LOL. But I like you guys I like you guys enough that even with that hate, the funny keeps me supporting. Hoping to see y'all in Buffalo in May, which would make my second state and third city I've seen y'all in. Maybe some free tickets because I'm as broke as Andy's brain. Anyway, I'll holla.
I don't want to make this about me right away, but did I ever say I was a racist? No. I said I'm not an ally because I don't want to be an ally because once you're an ally, you have to do everything that Team Ally is supposed to do, and I want to be able to have my own opinion. So that's it. That's the only thing I think I ever said.
Right.
I'm a supporter.
Right.
But not an ally. That's the only thing I ever said. So I just want to clarify that. But I love these emails because you want to get mad, and then he throws the joke in, and I'm like, that's comedy, man. That's perfect.
Closeted homo. Anything?
I mean, these ignorant. You've never heard a Lisp before?
I've never heard you. I've never heard you have a lisp.
See, that's why it's in the closet.
Well, then what is it?
It's natural. It's natural.
What is it?
He doesn't have a lisp.
Doesn't really have a lisp.
My S's, they betray me.
It's it's just people are picking up on a.
I'm coming out in 4 more episodes. So
I'm coming out. I want the world to know. I'm gonna let my gay beak show.
People are just picking up something, Mark. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, to the flip side of that, this is the one that I wanted to read that was in your favor, that when I was having issues with my emails, it wouldn't download. But since I got my situation fixed, here we go. And it is from Frank Williams. Marc is my new best friend, LOL.
Love you, Frank.
What's up, A&A? I'm loving the new addition to the show. Marc is hilarious to me. When I first heard him, my initial thought was that Steve is bringing his partner, gay boyfriend, to work, LOL. So why do people think you're gay, nigga? LOL, just joking. But all seriousness, I thought Marc was gay. But no, he just has a lisp, LOL. The yayo that you guys are bringing me every week is never stepped on. But I do have a question. What did you think of the small gift bags I gave y'all? Did you ever get Jimmy John's? Did Andy wash his face using the compressed towels? And did the Axe body wash smell good? Y'all my peoples. And well, listen, for you to call Marc gay and a man give another man body Axe wash.
Gift bags.
Gift bags.
What's the fruit tray come?
We just have to put you on a platter. Y'all my peoples, and always look out for me and my crew. I love to give back, and let's try to put a lunch or dinner together next time y'all are in town. Stay easy, and I hope no $10 a lot of money because I stopped proofreading halfway through this email. Peace out, guys, and Marc, welcome to the family, you rookie, and make sure Andy has everything he needs. Rook, LOL, all love, peace. You know what, Frank, and I know you're in the Chicago area. Maybe next time we're there, because I would love for us to go back to that place we went to from Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives.
The Italian place.
The Italian place.
Yeah.
And maybe I'll treat you to that, because that was just spectacular.
That place is great. But I what's funny? As soon as you said his name, Frank, it was so funny because I'm in where are we again? We're in Ontario, and it was raining, and there's nothing really right by us. And I went into my backpack, and there was your Jimmy John's gift card, and he did. He gave us Jimmy John's gift cards. I had Jimmy John's yesterday. So for real. That's for real. And Jimmy John's added some new sandwiches because they're doing toasted sandwiches, but they also have this new sauce with horseradish. So I got the horseradish sauce on the shit. Best. It was the best Jimmy John's sandwich I ever had yesterday.
You know, once upon a time ago, I really thought about boycotting Jimmy John's because the owner kills animals.
He sold the place.
Right, but then that happened. So, you know. Mark, I don't know why people are picking up a gay vibe with Mark. I don't get that.
Here's what it is. I think I got it. When the first time Mark came on the road with us in Philly, he hooked up with a girl. Right? And then he hung out with her a little bit. So that's how we see Mark.
As a guy that gets girls.
Guy that hooks up with girls.
Yeah.
They're hearing the truth. they're hearing Mark without any of that in there, and they're picking up on something we're not seeing.
Guys, what the
Do you really eat?
Yeah, occasionally.
All right. Your nose don't get in the way?
That it goes in.
My man. Curtis Singleton.
You guys think it's a big nose? Those are called ticklers.
Ticklers?
Yeah.
White people find a way to put a spin on everything. Curtis Singleton, Point Break, LeBron and Stephen A. Smith. Yo, A&A, Aries, my guy. You never seen Point Break. Was almost a literal gut punch hearing that. Please, in the James Brown voice. Please, please, please. Check it out. And for nothing else, it being man food criteria. I would love to hear your take on it. I'm sure it'll give you more of your Keanu Reeves arsenal also. Yeah. Kids. It's just kids. Andy, if he slacks up, Clockwork Orange his ass and make him watch it. Also wanted to touch on.
I watched it.
No, he's talking about you or me. Make sure I watch it.
Make sure you okay.
Make sure I watch it.
You should watch Clockwork Orange too.
What is that?
It's another movie you haven't seen. It's Frank Kubrick, man.
It's is it a guy food?
It's weird. It's weird.
Yeah.
You're not gonna call it man food movie, but it's a weird movie.
I also wanted to touch on you guys' take on the LeBron altercation with Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. Smith, Mike and Miley. Apparently, he and his people reached out to him prior about shitting Bronny, and he kept at it. I still think it was corny, especially to do it mid-game, but sensitive is what sensitive does. I like that quote right there. Anyway, fellas, this email is long enough. Stay putting out that uncut product, Cocaine Kurt.
Do you think LeBron's really mad that as bad as Stephen A's hairline is, it's still better than LeBron's?
No, I don't. LeBron's is better than Stephen A's.
Yeah, because he keeps getting it touched up all the time.
Yeah.
It was weak, man. LeBron shouldn't have done it. We already had this conversation about it, but it just shouldn't have been done. I think we should watch Point Break and we should talk about it.
Yeah, I'd love to watch it. I just never did.
Yeah, we should add that to next week because we got to get a couple in next week. So let's
yeah, we keep saying that. We've been saying we got to get a couple in.
Well, let's try to get that Point Break in. It's an easy watch.
Yeah,
and it's there'll be lots of notes on there, and because there's a lot of actors in there to talk about. I think it'd be pretty good.
That's so crazy how cruel life is. I saw a picture of a young in his prime Tom Cruise sitting next to a young Patrick Swayze in his prime. And to think that at some point when that picture was taken, if they just knew one of us is going to go on to be one of the biggest movie stars of all time, and the other one's going to be a movie star for a little bit and then die of cancer.
Yeah,
life is just cruel.
This Swayze thing was, and he was cool. He was a cool dude.
Yeah.
So it was, I don't know, man. There's no rules to this game, man. Life just plays its own
rules. Understand? cvenzi82 at AOL.com. Bojangles, etc. Yo, what up, guys? I'm betting the subject line gets your attention. Bojangles is elite and is mostly in the South. Hopefully, they are expanding. As I did hear, they are going to be in Arizona soon, if not already. Gay son or whore daughter? Whore daughter, but only if she's a Samantha Jones type. Sex in the City. I missed y'all last January at Magoobies due to the weather, but I plan to be there in May. Peace, Dr. Jackie Ramsey.
Right. Yeah, definitely. That's going to be good.
Dude, let me ask you. You've had Church's chicken?
Yeah.
So, KFC.
Nope.
No, wait.
Okay, just no.
KFC, Bojangles, Church's, Popeyes. Give me your order from best to least.
Well, let's see. Would you Popeyes?
Popeyes, Bojangles, Church's, and KFC.
I'm probably going. Dude, Popeyes. I like Popeyes, but it can be hit and miss sometimes.
You know, I'm gonna tell you, when it misses,
It misses big.
it misses. But when that is right
And hot and
juicy, like dude, like I try to do this all the time. I remember I went to Popeyes one day, and I said, "Yo, let me get a whatever piece box," and I go, "But make it fresh." And when it's hot and the breast and the juice, when I peel the meat and the juice is run, oh, Popeyes is
it is, but if it's not sitting in those baskets that they have sitting up
Right.
there, and I don't like, look what you just said, that on the bone chicken,
Yeah.
that's the chicken from Popeyes. Everybody gets those because that's what they advertise.
tenders?
The tenders.
But the tenders are great.
The tenders are great, but you get fresh on the bone chicken.
Yeah.
That is, and they're changing their menu a little bit, but I still probably put Popeyes.
First,
Yeah, but I want to put Bojangles on there only because it's
first,
no, because it's rare to me. I don't get it that often.
Right.
I only get it when I'm in the airport in Charlotte.
right?
And that is, I'm sure that the airport in Charlotte is not the best Bojangles. It might be,
Right.
but I don't. So I'm going to go Popeyes, and then what was the other one? Not
Churches and KFC.
I might go Bojangles, Churches, and then in KFC. KFC doesn't
So
on the list.
Popeyes first.
Yeah,
Which is second? Bojangles.
yeah,
And Churches and KFC.
Yeah.
You don't like KFC?
no.
Listen, when KFC, well, let me tell you something. And I know, here we go, memory lane. But dude, I'm telling you, it was different in the 80s.
It was.
KFC in the 80s, the original recipe. Oh.
I'm sorry, for me and KFC in the 70s.
Okay, take it back. Let's go even further back. Chicken in 1776 when they had them niggas making it in the kitchen for the masses.
KFC's, but KFC was the only. First of all, it wasn't KFC; it was Kentucky Fried Chicken. We didn't have KFC. That was the rebranding.
That was the corporate.
yeah. That was the
Right.
rebranding. What else was out there that was like a chain?
Yeah.
At that time, not really that. Churches
Right.
a little bit, but Churches was much smaller.
But churches like Bojangles was limited.
Yeah.
Yeah. KFC and Papa was national.
Well, Popeyes, we didn't get Popeyes in Arizona forever, but I had Popeyes outside of it. Popeyes, though, that one is. But is there not better chicken though now? There's so many like independent chicken places now,
I don't really with independent chicken.
dude. You got, and then like we were talking, you don't like the tenders wise. I think tenders should have its own category.
Let me tell you, man. Again, when Popeyes is hitting, their tenders are so plump. There's a plumpness
And that crispiness.
to that. Oh
When
my
it's
God!
Yeah. And honestly, the chicken sandwich, the best chicken sandwich
Was when it first came out.
That first
they ain't
run-
been the same since.
No, they can't mass produce them that same way. But that Popeyes chicken sandwich, I hate to say it, but it was better than the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich.
Yeah.
Chicken sandwich wise, who do you go?
Yeah. Now,
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A. Dude, that bun when it comes out of that steamed aluminum. Oh, Jesus.
Do you, there's a mall not too far from me. It's a Newport Mall. It's in it's Jersey City area, and there's a Church's on one. Popeyes on one side, and then there's the Chick-fil-A on the other side. Popeyes is empty all the time.
Really?
Yeah, because everybody's
For me, it's Popeyes. Bojangles. And I don't get, there was one Church's in the Valley in LA, and it's since been gone, and you can't find it. They're not in LA anymore. But yeah, Popeyes, Bojangles, KFC, Church's for me. Mark, what's your order? But say it gay.
This conversation doesn't have enough balls for me.
Yeah, let's go and move on. Because you mean that shit.
like
I don't like it
chicken
'cause
balls.
I feel like out of all the fast food, anything that has to do with chicken, it relies most on like the worker's mood.
He likes.
I always get the old that's underneath the heat lamp, like they're not giving a
I guarantee you, it's he likes churches best because they have those the hush puppy things. No, who has hush puppies? The little corn, the little balls, the cornbread balls.
I don't know.
I think churches. No, maybe churches didn't have them. You know who used to have really good tenders. I don't know if you ever had this. I'm just thinking about this. Right, Long John Silver's. Do you remember?
I never had Long John Silver's.
Long John Silver's used to have just this plain, big old chicken strips, and then you got the little crumbs, and then I'd eat the crumbs and. I remember as a kid, I just remembering this. I used to think, man, why doesn't everybody come here? This is the best chicken in the whole world.
Yeah, I never had Long John Silver's.
Long John Silver's. That place. I don't even know there's any Long John Silver's left.
Gabatron 88. Andy, since you are a DJ, I hope you can sample these nuts. It's so juvenile. Just kidding, but seriously,
It's funny.
sample these nuts. I'm gonna keep it short today. In the theme of sampling, the song by Gigi D'Agostino, blah blah blah, which I know you'll recognize as soon as you hear it. The lyric is not understood in the song, but somehow found where it originally came from. The lyric came from Stretch. Why did you do it? Specifically at 2:26. I've been thinking about what you've done to me. The only part of the phrase used was I've been think. 3 words in the song, and this guy created one of the greatest dance songs of the 2000s. Of course, only after he mixed it with the other song, I'll Fly With You. Do you know what he's talking about?
I don't. When I hear it, like you said.
Okay, well, he sent the link.
Yeah, it's.
We'll check it out. Gabatron 88. Autobots.
I'm gonna. Hey, Gabatron, I'm gonna send your nuts over to Mark.
Yeah, he'll remix them. Christopher Parker.
Poor Mark.
Gabby. This is one thing I was put on this earth for. If there is one thing I was put on this earth for, my kids. Look, I know what happened to Gabby was devastating, but my kids are a piece of me, literally same DNA. We are put here on this earth to protect them throughout life. I would help them do whatever they need. Facts. If you really pay attention to the series, she was a little crazy as well. A little. If you are willing to help your child bury a body and become an accessory, yeah, you're more than a little. She was hitting him too. They both were toxic for each other.
Oh, she was talking about the Gabby was a little crazy though too, not his mom.
Okay, so but what part of that validates what he did?
No, she wasn't validating. She just said she was a little crazy too. They're crazy.
But that's not even needed to be mentioned.
Crazy attracts crazy, so it's very obvious that some craziness.
They both were toxic for each other. He killed her, so I'm not justifying it. He probably just snapped. But my kids are mine, so yes, I would bring the shovel, tarp, truck, duct tape, whatever they need. Also, if they want a lawyer, I'll get a lawyer. Well, then y'all gonna need a lawyer. If they want to turn themselves in, I'm okay with that too. So it's up to them because I don't want to see them hurt. One last thing, if it was me, I would have turned myself in because I couldn't live with myself if I did it. But for my kids, I go down swinging.
You do want to do it, but I'm not disagreeing with her. I think you want to do anything for your kids, but you do know your kids have to take. I think that I would still want my kids to take responsibility for it.
I'm not going to jail because of you or for you.
No, but you can get a lawyer for them, and you can bring them back home and say, okay, and the lawyer will tell you what to do.
But I'm specifically addressing what Christopher is saying.
Okay.
Not going to jail for you or because of you.
Christopher's the mom, right?
No, this is the guy that wrote in.
Oh, it's a guy?
Yeah, Christopher Parker.
Oh, I thought it was a woman.
No, so he's saying his kids, he would.
I would do the same. I would get my son. If it was my situation.
I know, but you keep saying something that's not going to get you in trouble. He's saying he would bring the tarp, the duct tape, and help.
I think that he means that in the bigger sense. That
No,
he would do anything for his kid.
He means it literally.
I thought when you said Chris, I thought it was a woman though. When
Christopher,
I didn't hear it. I thought it was a woman when you first said it. And then
pay attention, nigga.
I should, but when
Catch the ball when I throw it to you.
When you said it,
I just do it to you.
Yeah, I know. But listen to this. When he says, "I was devastated," what it said? There's one thing on this earth that I was meant to do, and I thought it was a woman. What did you think the next line would have been?
I don't know. What do you mean? What are you getting at?
And I thought it was a woman, and
Right.
and I thought it was a woman, and I thought she said there's one thing on this earth I was meant to do, and I got a little excited for a second. I thought, this is a blowjob.
You got
or
titillated?
something.
All right.
And then it was about Gabby Petito, and I was like, never mind.
Yeah. Yeah, that, man. You know? You knew what you was doing when you did it.
Yeah, but like you said, we don't know everything that happened. I'm not saying that there's nothing that they could do that would change what should happen after someone kills someone. I'm not saying that, but there are things that happen that it's my son, and he's going to call me and said, I don't know why this happened. We were in a fight. This, like I said, you don't know how it happened. And then you go, okay, well, come home. We'll call a lawyer. Let's figure this out. But no, I don't know. I don't know if I could do that either, because I don't know. If my son said I just left her body out, I don't know. Unless I'm in that situation, I don't know. I couldn't tell my son leave the body there and come back home. I hadn't thought about that part until right now. That if he calls and says I need to come back home, something terrible's happened, and he's not bringing her back, I think I would.
Well, he goes, I need to come back home. Something terrible's happened. I'm going, well, before you come home, tell me what happened.
Tell me what happened. Tell me what's terrible. Let me call you a lawyer. Stay there. I think that's what I would say. Stay there. Let me call you a lawyer. But the thing is, he left her there though too. That is just.
It was just so poorly planned. Like, you watch murder, like, we all know, like, the ways of getting caught. Like, you're getting connected to, like, cell phone towers like that. They could pin your location. He was like messaging back and forth, which was like,
we're talking about our kids and our love, and then this poor girl that died, and he went, it was poorly
All
planned.
I'm saying
You
is-
should kill better. You got to learn to kill better.
You got to learn to cover it up. I would have just found a cliff and thrown her off it and be like, it was an accident.
So what you're saying is,
If you're going to kill somebody, do it the right way.
yeah, and that way you don't have to call your parents and say something like this happened. You could just call your parents and say, she fell off a cliff.
Yeah.
You're right.
Dude, just put like a parachute with some holes in it and be like, she just wanted to try base jumping. People die from base jumping all the time.
So how do you explain the holes in the parachute?
Well, they don't have to actually have holes in the parachute.
But you just said it.
Whatever. You throw her off. You just
He's gonna
make
get
it
caught.
look like
He's
it's
gonna get
fucking-
caught.
Don't ever commit a crime.
He's gonna
nigga.
get
You're
caught.
in trouble.
He's gonna
You're
get
caught,
caught.
dude.
What's this T-shirt tied around her neck? Well, she thought she was a superhero, and she went running off the cliff.
Luis Garcia, the feminist movement. Hello, Aries and Andy. Just wanted to write to you because I saw an interesting video online and wanted to get your thoughts on it. Thought maybe it would make an interesting talking point for the Marc News segment. Here's the link. Yeah, got to check it out.
That one could get lost.
I got to start going back to proofreading these because something like that, anything with a link,
You
I
should
could
just
send to Marc.
Send to Marc.
And then he can
Well, send it to
already
him right
have
now.
it pulled
Send it
up.
to right now. That way it takes it off your responsibility.
Oh, okay.
Your list of responsibilities.
I'm so glad I got my situation fixed.
And see, if it's a problem, Marc can just, if he doesn't want to deal with it, he could just put it on a parachute and just said, Aries, your
Yeah.
email went base jumping.
That's right.
Look at all these holes.
What were you trying to say about, you were trying to make a gay joke about the church's chicken, little hush puppies thing, that you wiggled your way out of it?
I couldn't remember who has hush puppies. Who has them? I know that that's when I remember the best chicken that I had as a kid was Long John Silver's because they had hush puppies. But I thought churches had hush puppies too. Are you looking it up?
Send it to my email.
All right.
What was the...
Don't worry about it right now. We'll maybe do it towards the end.
Oh, okay.
Is it not opening?
No, it is, but
It's gray.
Sam Lee, Made Man. What's up, Aries and Andy? The name is Sam Tony. Forget about it. Forget about it. I'm from Columbus, Ohio. Big shout outs to the both of yous. You guys are doing your thing on this podcast. Congratulations to you guys. Success. LOL. Love all the characters, all topics. Brandon, shake my damn head. And the impressions. It keeps me entertained throughout my workday, bros. You just don't know it. I have a question. Which actor delivered a great performance portraying Gangster in a movie, TV show? Also, how would you guys rank them from best to least? And then he puts Robert De Niro as Al Capone in The Untouchables, Joe Pesci as Nicky Santoro in Casino, Denzel Washington as Frank Lucas, James Gandolfini as Tony Soprano, Daniel Day-Lewis as Bill the Butcher of Gangs of New York, Ray Liotta as Henry Hill, Johnny Depp as John Dillinger, Tom Hardy as Ronnie and Reggie K, legend, and Al Pacino as Lefty Ruggiero, Donnie Brasco. Well, I did not see Gangs of New York, and I'm not familiar with Tom Hardy in Legend. Wow. You know, I don't know that you could put, well, James Gandolfini, because that's a 6-year series.
That one wins because you have the most, to me, because
Right.
you have the most interaction. You know him
Right.
from every aspect of his life, from being the gangster to being the guy who gets manipulated a little bit by women at some points and then has to push back. And
Right.
you have the family life and his love for his kids. So it's easy to have more of a relationship with that character if you like the show.
You know, I gotta tell you, because of that fucking critique, you're my second favorite Jew next to Hesh.
Dude, I wish I would have got more of De Niro as Capone in Untouchables.
But I really like that because it's not he embodied the character.
Yeah.
We didn't get De Niro. We got De Niro.
That's why
playing,
I would have wanted
yeah,
more.
Yeah. And so I did like it how he did it. You know who the undercard in this one to me is
I know who you're gonna say.
no, you don't.
Yeah, dude.
Donnie Brasco.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna say Al Pacino.
Yeah.
Because he's not.
He isn't playing a big over the top gangster.
Yes,
He has
and
to
he's
play-
kind of sad.
Yeah, he's a
Yeah.
sad guy that's on his way out, and he up and
Yeah.
he was never a top guy. He had to play a gangster as what most gangsters are. They're in the middle,
Yeah.
as most people are. We're not on the
But
top.
I've never seen a portrayal where he's like sad.
He's sad. He just he realizes this is his life, but it wasn't. He would have picked something different now if he could.
Right.
And that the end though when he goes to when they know he knows he's going to be taken out and he leaves his rings and
Right.
dude that to me as an actor is a challenge.
Yeah.
That seems like the one to me to play it because no one else has played it that way. We see people one upping each other as badass gangsters, but
Yeah.
to do it that way.
Ray Liotta, when I think about Goodfellas, who stands out the most to me in that is De Niro.
Yeah, because Ray Liotta,
Not Ray Liotta.
he isn't really the gangster. He is the gangster, but he's not. He's not the gangster. He's the driving force of the movie, but not the gangster.
Right. Joe Pesci as Nicky Santoro Casino. That's pretty badass.
But that is still it's still playing a gangster like
I
that.
would say in this list, Joe Pesci. And you know how I feel about Denzel, but in American Gangster, he wasn't ruthless enough for me. I wanted that opening scene where they light the guy on fire and he's smoking a cigar and he takes the gun and pow, 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 shoots him. I wanted 50 times more of that. And he didn't do that in that.
I wanted the gangster like what's not that he could have done this in this, but the one where he what's the movie with the girl, the little young girl where he's the
Man on Fire.
I wanted that gangster.
He was more heroic than gangster.
Yeah,
though.
but I wanted him to do that evil shit to get
Right.
back.
Okay.
Yeah, I wanted that nastiness.
Dude, that scene in American Gangster when he blows Idris Elba's brains out. All right, Tango, 50%. And he, you are what you are in this world. What you gonna do, Frank? You gonna shoot me in front of everybody? Go ahead, pow.
But what's missing from our assessment of the Frank Lucas idea, he played it correctly though. He played it as a businessman because Frank Lucas was a businessman.
Yeah, but this is a gangster movie. It's called American Gangster.
I understand.
Give me the gangster, goddammit.
but
Don't give me the American.
But the character was correct. But
I know, but
I still think I just like from an acting standpoint. I'm still going with the Donnie Brasco movie. I think that was the way to go. But Joe Pesci though, and anything he does, my favorite Joe Pesci is in. I'm gonna forget the name of it. What's the buddy cop movie?
Oh, Lethal Weapon.
Him in Lethal Weapon, he makes Lethal Weapon when it's not even good. When he's, that's how they.
He was a good addition.
That's how they. That's how they. Yeah. That's how you never go to the drive-thru. That's how they. They the drive-thru
That's
there.
pretty almost, nigga. God damn. Me up.
I'd like that. That to me, like he can play.
He was a nice added addition, but nothing drives Lethal Weapon other than the two guys.
He was awesome, and I'm just saying. I think Pesci being Pesci is Pesci, whether it's a gangster or the neurotic guy. It's Pesci. It's a Pesciism.
He killed him, Rog. He killed all of them, Rog. We're gonna get him in the fuck. I'm gonna get him in the fuck in the ass, Rog. Riggs, take it easy, Riggs. Those motherfuckers, they did it, Rog. They did it, Rog. All right. Damn, more links.
I like how people are getting creative here, trying to give us. We just got to be prepared for it. We'll be prepared for it next time.
They fighting for rebound position. Tim Mitchell.
Pitchers.
Oh yeah. Last one, aka the last one left. Hey, Jerkin Jew. I almost anticipated that, interpreted that wrong. You're saying, hey, jerk and Jew.
Yeah.
But I thought jerking Jew. Like
A jerkin' Jew.
If I was doing like this, Mark said, Aries, what are you doing? I'm jerking Jew. A long time listener, but first time emailing. And Steve. I'm not going to live in a big fan of this I'm not going to live in a big fan of this podcast for a long time. What the fuck did he just say?
I'm not going to be a big fan of this podcast.
He said, no, I'm not going to live in a big fan of this podcast for a long time.
If you're going to live in a fan, I would want to live in a big one, though.
He's meant to say something else that just came out completely wrong. $10. And I want to just say thank you for this lovely podcast. You know, I've been listening to this ever since I was on the road truck driving, but I had an accident. All I can say is never drink and drive. Oh, question. I don't know if you guys ever saw the hit season Night Agent. It's a pretty good one. If you like conspiracies about a lot of that goes on in the White House, check out Night Agent. That's 1 and 2 hook. That's 1 and 2 hook you brother up with some tickets. Whew. You know what else was in an accident? Your thoughts.
I think he wrote this during the accident.
That's funny. You see what I'm saying? Every now and then, you shoot a nugget. I would love to see you, Aries Spears. Let me know next time you're in LA. You know what, Andy? I respect you on your decision making that you make. I want to say this that sometimes I don't like some of the things you say on the podcast, but it makes sense in the long run. But that's growing up. That's growing up. We're not always going to like what people say, but we should always give them the respect that they deserve. Keep up the good work, you guys. Your favorite brother from another mother. The last one left. This was my accident. Jesus, you survived that? He survived that?
Damn.
God damn. And then even like that's on the passenger side. That's on the driver's side.
This looks like what's what is the Gabatron?
Not Gabatron.
Yeah, you know what I'm trying to say.
Autobots. Optimus Prime.
Yeah, it looks like an Optimus Prime.
Yeah.
While it's in transition.
Like while it's changing.
Yeah.
Somewhere I was changing, and I had a seizure.
Yeah.
Wow. Man, God bless you, brother. God damn. He said he was drinking and driving.
I think it was a joke.
You think so?
I hope so, because I don't want to put anything out there that gets him in more trouble.
Well, no, he says, but all I can say is never drink and drive.
Yeah, well, don't drink and drive. You get an accident.
It's like a semi-truck?
It's a semi-truck.
Yeah. Jesus, nigga, what the was you drinking? Not like that's the point, but
damn, that's pretty serious. We should send those pictures to Anthony so that he can.
Yeah, matter of fact,
Put up his mugshot too. He needs to learn.
You Richard Gardner. My wife and I are coming to the show. What's up, Mr. Spears? My name is Richard. I'm a huge fan. I've been to your shows. I'm also an avid listener of the pod. I've listened in order from the start. Love you and Andy. I even like Marc. I'm hitting you up because I wanted to know your shirt size because I wanted to hit you with a t-shirt I think you'll like. I don't expect you to read this on the pod. This is for me to know so I can hook you up. I'll be at the Late Show Sunday with my wife. Looking forward to seeing you. Man, respect, Richard. Richard, if you really want to hook a give me your wife, not the shirt.
It's a 3X for Aries.
Yeah.
And if you don't want him to read it on the podcast, put that shit at the
In
beginning.
the beginning, motherfucker. It's too late now.
I wish somebody would just do the whole email and then go, and don't tell anybody about this. Just keep this between us.
Oh, God. Damn, motherfucker. I got a bunch of ones that I've read before. Not read before, but from familiar people. I'm trying to find some
Some new people.
some new blood.
I still think Marc is winning right now with the funniest line on the show.
That was hilarious, dude. A.V. Reeves, second time emailing. Yo, what's up, Jew and the Jerk? Really appreciate y'all reading my email and welcoming me back in January. The shit blew my mind and made my whole month. I love how Bobby thought I was Mexican, LMAO. I'm Puerto Rican and Dominican, but it's all good. Anyways, I'm curious to see what's y'all's Mount Rushmore for the best rappers of all time. Mine changes over the years, but right now I got Pac, Biggie, Andre 3000, and Kendrick Lamar. My mind wants to say Jay-Z in the third spot, but my heart says Andre, LMAO. Definitely want to hear y'all's, and it doesn't have to be in that particular order. By the way, keep that coke coming, fellas. Who the is Bobby?
I don't know. Do we have someone on the podcast?
Yeah, I don't know. Who the is Bobby? Anyway, my Mount Rush, Jay-Z, Nas, Jadakiss, and Biggie. That's my 4.
That's your 4.
Yeah.
So no new guys in there.
No, hell no. No West Coast, no Southern, no, definitely no Southern.
You really you don't have any respect for Andre 3000?
So I don't have any respect for him. He ain't my cup of tea at all.
Okay.
At all.
I just because it was on his list, I asked. Mine's really I'm getting old. I'm such an old
That's
man.
all right. You allowed.
I'm such an old man. It's probably still honestly, I know lyrically, like when you say Jay-Z is your number 1, and
I didn't say he was my number 1, but
he's on. You didn't put him in order. You
Yeah,
didn't put him in
my
order.
4.
I'd say Jay-Z's probably there. I have to put Biggie there. I have to put KRS-One there because of what he means.
Big nose.
Who was 4? Can I put?
It's your list. You do whatever you
Can I
want.
put a group on it though?
Oh, you want to say De La Soul?
Yeah.
That's 3 though.
If they would only call themselves that, they might be the biggest in rap right now.
3 though.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with that.
So De La Soul?
Yeah.
All right. Dude, you really have a soft spot in your heart for them.
Dude, it was just that album when it hit for me. I'll tell you the two parts to it. When it hit for me, I was like, "This is really like." It just made me feel I shouldn't say it this way. It made me understand it even more. Their lyrics and what they were, how they were talking, made me like, oh, I really like this. I really got into it. And then you pull that out of there, and then that Saturday song hit on their next album, and I was like, I didn't get it. I was like, it was so far from what they did the first time. And then I put the album away for like 3 months, and then I came back and I listened to it again, and I was like, oh, this is how cool they are. They had it. I wasn't ready for them, and then when I listened to it 3 months later, I go, this is awesome, and they were that far ahead of the curve again. And then when they became producers, their work in music has been it's extraordinary. So that's why.
If you had to do a Mount Rushmore of rap groups, now you can put De La Soul, but then who fills the other 3 spots? Before you answer, let me give you mine. Wu-Tang.
Yep. I'm just gonna. I'll tell you if it's in mine.
Mobb Deep. The Locks. And groups. Oh, that's a tough one. That fourth one, I feel like if I'm forcing it or I'm just doing it just to do it. Because I really didn't listen to them like that, and I'm trying to save it because I want to see if you're going to say them. Who's that 4th spot? Groups.
Are you trying to throw... no, I'm just trying to think of who you're going to say is the 4th. Are you trying to put Naughty by Nature on there?
Hell no.
Okay, I was just wondering if you're going to say that. I think that you know what I do like about Naughty by Nature? Their influence over a long period of time, their music always comes up.
Well, if I have to put something based on an influence, then I'll say Run DMC.
How do you not put Run DMC in there?
Because, I'm saying that music has a sound to it that when you hear it, you go, "That's that year."
You know what?
That's that decade.
Okay, I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take De La Soul out because it's group, and we talked
Before
about this.
Before you say it, I know you're gonna say them, but go ahead.
Because we talked about this the other day. I want to put Snoop in there.
Snoop's not a group.
No, I'm saying I'm taking them out.
And you're 4. Okay.
I'm going to put Snoop in there. And the reason I'm putting Snoop, we talked about this, his change and his way that in the time period that he was, his cadence, his change took hip hop, took rap in a different direction.
Right.
And I know he's credited, but I don't think that he's credited the way that he should be for how influential his cadence and sound was at that particular moment. Because and the reason I'm saying that is, as you just said with Run DMC, it had that sound that everybody had, that sound that everybody kind of moved to at that time, and he came around and he did that. So that I'll put that over there. So I'll put this now. I'll go over here. You got to have to me. I'm a white dude. Let's throw the Beastie Boys right in there.
Fair enough. That's fair enough.
And I'm still going with
De La Soul.
2. Wu-Tang is definitely
3.
It's always one of my favorite. You can't beat that. And then see, I didn't get all.
I can't believe you're not gonna say them.
Who did you think I'm not gonna say?
Tribe Called Quest.
That's what it's on me right now.
Okay.
But do you think that that's?
But that's why I didn't want to force it and go Tribe Called Quest, because I never really listened to Tribe Called Quest. I liked some of the I heard, but I never bought a Tribe Called Quest album.
Never?
Never, dude. Never.
How?
They reminded me of De La Soul in that sense. They weren't hardcore. They were almost, I don't know if psychedelic.
Have you listened to their lyrics though? There's meaningful lyrics.
Bonita Applebaum.
She's really got it going on. There's other lyrics.
My favorite Tribe Called Quest song, and partly, if I'm being honest, it's because Busta Rhymes was in it. What was that popular song?
You want me to remember a name?
Oh, what's the what? Type in Busta Rhymes Tribe Called Quest. I'm sure it'll pop up. Bet up, heat up, number one. Oh my God! Oh my gosh! That. What is it up?
Fugees?
No.
Fugees is a band.
Scenario.
Yeah.
What's the
What
scenario? That right there, and that's because it was because of Buster.
Dude, I did you ever?
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Yeah, dude.
You didn't like I love that. What's that song? I forgot what it is. I lost my wallet in El Segundo. I don't know the name of it.
No,
I lost one.
no.
Dude, when they came out, I don't know. They just and I wore a Tribe sweatshirt on here, not just the other day. I don't have that many like T-shirts with band names on it, but it's one of my few.
I'm telling you, Tribe Called Quest and De La Soul was like for earthy.
And see, that's what
Earthy
that's what I would have
niggas.
been.
Sandals.
That's
and-
what I would have been.
Yeah, overalls with a backpack. That was them. I like Rakim and Wu-Tang, Timberland boots, gold chain,
and see,
jewelry.
That's where I was though on it when you asked me about Tribe. I was like, is it Eric B and Rakim? Just because that's like that's a staple. That's a
De
staple.
La Soul and Tribe Quest was for that walked everywhere.
Yeah, New York.
Nah.
Yeah,
they
New
walked.
York.
Yeah. That ate fruit.
Have a little health in your diet.
Yeah, Dwayne Rhodes. Your opinion. Andy touched based on the Dems not standing for the cancer survivor at the State of the Union address. What is y'all's take on the Breakfast Club's take, and especially Jess' hilarious take? Case of bad timing and making fun. This is the last part. Making fun of a young black boy. Imagine if it was the other way around. I'm not. I didn't see their takes, so I don't know.
I didn't really see
People
it.
were making fun of him.
Yeah, because I didn't see this. I
You
didn't
mean like on the Breakfast Club they're making fun of him?
I don't know. No, their takes, whatever their takes was, which I didn't see.
Well, I think the Democrats, though, for the first part, just when they just sat there, they didn't. There was no applaud for the like. Okay, so you want to hate the Republicans and you want to be in solidarity, and then they hold up a little kid. They do something nice for this kid.
What was the big deal? Because he wanted to be an officer or something.
He has some mental issues. Is that
I
what
thought
it
he was dying. Wasn't he?
Pull it up because
You
I don't,
said cancer, right?
or cancer. Yeah.
Definitely.
I didn't even know I didn't watch it, so I just saw the clips. But I saw them all sitting there as they bring this kid up, and he
Like
just
lifted him up, right?
yeah, and he wanted to be a Secret Service agent, and they just sat there like this kid.
Yeah, 13-year-old cancer survivor earned standing ovation at Trump's.
I didn't understand that. I mean, yeah, you want to be in solidarity, but this is what shows their weakness again with the Democrats. Damn, I hate doing this because I don't want to go political. But what shows their weakness is there's one thing to stand in solidarity against policy, but it shows that you don't have your own opinion. If a kid comes up there and they're honoring this little kid for a second, and yeah, it might have been employed by the Republicans. It could be employed by the Republicans. But even though it's a little kid, you still have to go, okay, yeah, I can get behind a little kid. No, I can't get behind the rest of your. I'm going to sit here the rest of the time. That's fine, but have an opinion that makes sense. That didn't make any sense because it shows that they only can operate as this entity instead of on a level that you can have your own opinion. It's why when a Democrat speaks out against some policy that they can't get behind the same way, they want to remove them from the
What is
the
that?
group.
They actually made him a Secret Service agent, right? Like officially?
No, they gave him.
Because he has cancer?
They gave him.
That seems pretty DEI, if you ask me.
Yeah, that's true. They could have said that. They could have jumped up. They could have applauded and said, "This is what DEI is all about." They sat there because
I think maybe they should have clapped. I don't know, whatever. But Republicans would have done it if it was reversed. There's going to be a million other news stories that happen.
See,
Good, the guy.
I can't tell you what they would have done. I can tell you what the Democrats did.
I'm still dying.
They are
about
cutting a lot of NIH cancer research, those Republicans. So.
Yep. But that doesn't mean it's going to stay all canceled. That doesn't mean other money isn't going to be funded to those other areas. Maybe when they get rid of education, the Department of Education, they can actually fund some of the other things.
We
they
have
need
to call this episode "Put His Mugshot Up." I'm still dying at that.
The mugshot.
Mugshot.
Send in your mugshot, my man.
Let me read this last one, and then we got to skedaddle. Skedaddle.
And I just imagine you going, like you just see a picture of you going, and then like little dust comes out from the bottom of your shoes.
Skedaddle. Joshua Spears. Oh, look at that. I think I figured Andy out. Sup, Aries. Sup, Andy. Been listening to the podcast since episode 188. Well, nigga, just dig back a little further. You at the beginning, nigga. Damn. That's like if I ever saw you on the freeway hitchhiking and I picked you up and you told me where to take you, I would stop you 800 feet from where I'm supposed to drop you off. What sense does that make, man? I just want to get some stuff off my chest. I used to think Andy was racist, but have since changed my mind. I think he's a mix of bigotry, prejudice, ideologies, and most of all, a heaping pile of antagonism. I think he naturally plays the straw man role regardless of the topic and will be devil's advocate to a fault. Also, ain't no way he doesn't know how to wash his ass. No one said he doesn't know how to wash his ass. He just refuses to wash his ass the right way, which is him not knowing how to wash his ass.
Which is a hotel washcloth that is disgusting. That's been up other people's ass. You enjoy that washcloth? Did you use them? How many other?
I'm about to steal yours.
How many other asses do you think that towel's been in?
I don't know, but I know it's been drowned in bleach and soap.
No, you hope that it's been drowned.
It's
in bleach.
been drowned in bleach and soap.
You hope it has. And it had been. Would you take one of the washcloths from a Diddy's party and just put it in some soap and bleach and say that it's good enough, or throw that away?
That's evidence. That's a souvenir.
Hey, Diddy, can you sign this?
Okay, enough, Andy. Why do you guys have a hard stop around the 1 hour mark? Podcasts are getting longer and longer, and I think y'all could easily do a 2 hour podcast twice a week. Hey, man, you preaching to the choir, baby. I don't ever want to put a stop on the magic, especially now that Marc is part of the team. Have you ever thought about doing a segment where a few of the regulars who write in can call in and be on a line while you read their email? That's all I got for now. Hopefully no $10 a lot of money. Keep up the good work, ANA. Yeah, that's in the works, brother.
Yeah, there's development.
That is absolutely in the works.
But we have shit to do, and we do this shit on the road. So getting multiple episodes, long episodes, are difficult, and it's just getting difficult. And Aries, since Aries is having a rebirth here, and we're doing 10 shows in Ontario, it's not as easy to. There's not as much time.
Yeah, but that only happens once in a blue moon.
Just 2 weeks ago, we were doing nine
in DC.
DC,
and now we're done.
Okay, well, you don't know.
You're right. I don't know.
Okay, but yeah.
Listen, man. I'm all about.
If Aries would free flow a little bit too, we could do that. Aries likes to have something that he knows is going to cover the time.
Yeah, because I'm always scared we won't.
But even when we don't, we'd cover more than enough time.
Okay, it's better to have more bullets than not. You know what I mean? You never know how long the shootout gonna last.
I'm only carrying as many bullets as I need.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm gonna carry as many as possible.
Okay, I'll bring a bat.
Yeah. Yeah, and listen, I'm all about organic. If the magic is flowing and it feels good.
We take them longer. We just had a 2 hour one the other day.
Yeah.
So if it's right, we'll do it. But it's just hard.
Did God give you ears, Mr. Bird? You telling me God don't know what he doing? If it feel good and it sound good, then it's musical. And play it like I say play it.
Want some dates?
Please, please. Please.
All right, guys. We just finished up here at the where are we?
Ontario.
Ontario. And it's been great shows, packed.
Damn, and the thing, it's crazy. We got 6 shows left. That's usually
the total
norm.
amount of show. Yeah.
But we're here on Saturday with 6 shows left. God damn.
So March 20th.
Mark's performing tonight because the first show, this matinee special, is
On
not
Sunday.
that busy. So
Sunday.
oh, Sunday.
Yeah,
okay.
Sunday.
So these three are oh shit. Okay.
All sold out. And who knows where that's going to be by the time we get to it. March 20th to the 22nd. One Night Stands. Our first time out at One Night Stands in Waterford Township, Michigan. Again, that's the 20th to the 22nd of March. That's next week. We'll be there. Will you? March 28th to the 29th. How about the Cincinnati Funny Bone in Liberty Township? April 4th through the 6th, we're going to be at the San Jose Improv. April 11th through the 13th, we're going to be in Cleveland, Ohio at the Funny Bone. That used to be the Improv, then they changed it to the Funny Bone. So don't get confused. It's the same place. Just
Don't get confused, Tony. I don't around with the help. Maybe you'll like me if I wear the hat.
I'm just trying to make sure these people in Cleveland don't get confused. Cleveland, that's not fair. I like you. There's that downtown area. There's nothing. There's nothing in your mall. The mall is empty. I don't need a mall, but then the shops are closed. In Cleveland.
Shoot a what?
A very unspecial in Cleveland.
Unspecial special. Oh.
April 18th to the 20th, we're going to be at the Columbus Funny Bone. Obviously, they're in Columbus, Ohio. April 25th through the 26th, the Columbus Funny Bone. No, that's going to be in Columbus. April 25th through the 26th, we're at the Funny Bone in Syracuse. May 2nd through the 3rd, we're going to be at the Toledo Funny Bone.
Dude, I got to take you to Possibilities, man.
I want to go there. You've been talking about it. We never went.
Damn.
May 8th through the 10th, we're going to be at Magooby's Joke House. That's in Timonium, Baltimore area. May 16th through the 18th, Funny Bone in Richmond, Virginia. May 22nd through the 25th, we're at the Helium in Buffalo. I like that. I really do like that club. And then and then I'm just going to say this real quick. Then we're going on a little Canada tour for just a bunch of dates in Canada.
Sorry.
Bella Rose Art Center, we're out there on May 26th. The Olympia on May 27th, and that's in Quebec. May 28th, Bronson Center for the Arts in Ottawa. May 29th, the Regent Theater in Ottawa. May 30th, Danforth Music Hall in Toronto.
Dude, we should get into Toronto a day early.
But we're on the 29th. We're in Regent, unless we leave after we do the show and take and try to get over to.
Yeah, but then wouldn't be no flights that night.
No, and then we're at the Wilbur, and then we're after the show's all over. We come back to the States and we're at the Wilbur in Boston.
Boston, kid.
May 31st, the Wilbur in Boston. So
I'm looking forward to it, kid.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that run.
I haven't seen you guys in a minute, and now you've added a second shoe. Oh my God, kid! It's gonna be fantastic. I'm gonna bring a lot of cocaine. You guys can sniff it all up with the beaks. Bobby Patterson, by the way.
I think that's a show, Bobby.
It's a show, kid.
Mark, do you got anything?
No. Come out in Michigan, though. Fucking need to sell those tickets.
Jesus, why would you make us?
Giving it a little extra juice.
That's how he pumped it. Could you imagine if he's not there? He is with the girl, and he just goes, "What was that? I'm pumping it."
God.
Done. This is over.
Spears and Steinberg.
Thanks for listening to the Spears and Steinberg podcast. For more information on where to find us on the internet, visit spearsburgpod.com.